Hello, Darren Alf here from BicycleTouringPro.com. As you can see, I am inside my house right now. Actually, this is not my house, this is my parents' house in Southern California. This is the house where I was born and raised, and this is the house where I first started bicycle touring 20 years ago when I was just 17 years old. So I am back at home right now, thank goodness, and not out on the road, because at the moment we are living in some very strange times. And at the time that this video is being recorded, there is a scary, invisible illness circulating around the world that is trapping everybody inside their homes. And because I know that a lot of people are trapped inside their homes right now and not able to get out on their bicycles and ride in the way that they would most likely like to ride, I thought I would create a video today about a product that I've just recently purchased in the last 3 months that may be able to help you feel more at home now that you are trapped inside and not able to get out on your bike. So today I want to share with you this product that I have right here. This is the Tacx Galaxia Indoor Bicycle Roller. And this is a set of indoor bicycle trainers or rollers that allows me to ride my bicycle inside my house. And these are great because if you live in a part of the world where you get a lot of snow during the winter months, and there are certain days when you simply just can't go outside because of the cold or because of the amount of snow and ice out on the road, you can ride your bike inside with a set of these. If you live in a part of the world where maybe there's a lot of traffic, big city, something like that, and you'd like to go out and ride your bike, but you don't like riding in traffic and you don't have bike lanes in the city where you live, you can ride your bike inside with a set of rollers like these. And maybe because of your work schedule or just personal habits, you like to ride your bike during the evening when it's dark outside, but you don't really want to ride your bike when it's dark and scary and cars can't see you very well. You can use a set of indoor bicycle rollers like this to ride your bike inside. And if you happen to be living through a doomsday apocalypse-like scenario, which we all happen to be in at the moment, you can get yourself a set of indoor bicycle rollers like this and ride your bike inside the safety and comfort of your own home. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about this product. I'll share with you how it works, how you can get started riding on a set of rollers like this, because it's not quite as straightforward as you might think. I'll talk about the cost of these rollers, how to set them up, and a whole lot more. So I think the best way to show you this product is to get down here on the ground and point out some of the features. So how this works is your back wheel of your bicycle sits on top of these two rear rollers, and then your front wheel sits on top of this front roller. And there are instructions inside the box on how to set these rollers up for your specific bicycle, but basically this device is adjustable so that the length of the device can adjust to the length of your bicycle. And you want this front roller to be just a little bit in front of where your dropouts are on your front fork, so that your front wheel is pressing just a little bit into this front roller and is not going over the top of the front roller. On the bottom of here are these little rockers. There's one here, and two up here in the front. And these allow this roller to rock forward and backwards like this, just about 6 inches or so, as you're riding your bicycle. And these rockers that move the roller back and forth like this give you the feeling that you're actually out on the road riding your bike. So I would highly recommend spending the extra money to get the version of this bicycle roller that allows you to rock backwards and forwards like this. It makes a huge, huge difference in how the bicycle feels as you're riding it, and it makes the indoor cycling experience a whole lot more fun. This is my parents' dog. Hey Boogie, you want to be in the video? Now, there are bicycle trainers out there that are stationary, completely stationary, and longtime Bicycle Touring Pro followers will know that one of my very first videos that I ever released was a video of a bicycle trainer that I used to have, where I would have to lock my rear wheel onto the bicycle, and then my front wheel was just kind of stationary on the ground. And this trainer worked, it was fine for getting exercise, but it wasn't any fun to ride at all, and I eventually gave it away for free because I just didn't find riding this indoor bicycle trainer to be any fun at all. This trainer, on the other hand, is a whole lot of fun, and it's fun in large part because it rocks forward and backwards like this, and because my wheels are not locked to the rollers in any way. So when I get on here, it feels like I'm riding my bicycle outside. So the best way to get started with a set of rollers like this is to find a doorway, hopefully with some kind of hardwood flooring, tile, hardwood floor, laminate, vinyl, something like that is much better than carpet. So here we have hardwood floors and a narrow doorway. This is what you want to look for. So what you want to do is you want to lay the trainer or the rollers down here on the ground in between the doorway, so that basically when you're riding your bicycle, your front wheel is going to be facing this direction, your back wheel's back here, and your shoulders are going to be right here in between the sides of the door. You're going to be using the sides of the door to help you for balance, because these rollers require you to balance while you're riding your bicycle. So you place the rollers down on the ground like this, and then you grab your bicycle. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to be using my CoMotion Cycles Siskiyou touring bicycle, and this is a 650B touring bicycle that has kind of like road touring tires on it, so they're relatively smooth. They do have a little bit of tread on there, but ideally when you're riding a set of rollers like this, you want a bike that has the smoothest tires possible. So you probably could use a set of like mountain bike tires or something on these rollers, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's better for a road bike, a hybrid, a touring bicycle with relatively smooth tires. The smoother the tires and the more pumped up your tires are, the better your experience is going to be when riding these indoor bicycle rollers. So I am using my touring bike, but pretty much any bike can do, and I've put a set of flat pedals on this bicycle just so I can wear normal shoes when I'm riding indoors. So what you do is you place the bicycle, once again with the rear wheel smack dab in between those rear two bicycle rollers, and then the front wheel comes down almost directly on top of, but slightly behind that front roller. Then I like to put the left pedal down towards the ground a little bit, and I just swing my leg up and over the top tube of the bicycle using the doorway for support, and then I put my left foot on the pedal, which is in the down position already, on there, and I lift my whole body weight up onto the bike, balancing with my hand in the doorway. And once I'm there, I'm kind of holding on just with my right hand. Now I can put my right foot on the pedal and I can begin pedaling. And it's important that you have the bike in the proper gear when you start cycling, because on this set of rollers, you adjust your tension simply by changing the gears on your bicycle. So right now, my bicycle has 18 gears on it, and I'm in the 9th gear, so I'm like right in the middle basically. And it's very easy to pedal right here where I am right now, but if I wanted to really give myself a workout, I could change gears, and for me, I need to do that with my right hand, so I'm going to switch over here and change gears. Now I'm in the 10th gear, the 11th gear, the 12th gear, and it's getting harder to pedal, and you can hear more noise coming from the trainer, but then I can switch back down. So I'm normally riding, when I'm on my trainer, I'm somewhere in the middle, riding at like in the 10th, 11th, or 12th gear of my 18 total gears, but every bike's going to be different. So anyways, you're using the doorway as you ride to balance yourself, and then slowly over time you can begin taking, once you have a sense of your balance on the trainer, you can take your hand off of the doorway and balance on the bike. And you'll see that even me, I've been doing this for 3 months now, I'm kind of rocking back and forth, especially at the beginning. But once you do this and you practice a little bit, it becomes easier and easier. And the more you get your speed up and the higher the gear you're in, I found it's easier to balance. So if you're in a really low gear, going very slowly and spinning very fast, it can be more difficult to balance. But you want to drive forward with your legs, just like you're pushing your bike up a hill or something, and that allows you to balance the bicycle. If for some reason, as you're pedaling, you need to put your hands back on the wall, you can very easily. Right side, left side, and the great thing is if your doorway is narrow enough, even if you think that you're going to fall, you can kind of lean to the side. See here? My shoulder is hitting the doorway, so I'm not falling over, even though I'm kind of like falling over normally, right? And then same over in this direction. If I were to go this way, oh, I hit the doorway and I don't fall over. So this is the power of practicing this in between a narrow doorway like this, is that you can learn how to balance on this trainer, because balance is definitely required. But if you do make a mistake and fall to one side or the other, you'll catch yourself in the doorway. Now, I have to warn you that when you first get started with these rollers, it can be very, very difficult to balance on your own. Holding yourself with your arm is quite easy, even after, just a few minutes of practicing. But letting go of the wall can be very, very scary. It's like learning how to ride a bicycle all over again. Even when I was starting, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be a whole lot harder than I imagined it was going to be. But by the end of my first day riding on these rollers, I was balancing on my own. So what I would say is that yes, it's going to be a little scary and pretty difficult to balance on your own just as you're starting out. But with a little practice, you'll eventually gain the confidence to let go of the wall and cycle on your own. And once you get to this point where you can balance on your own on the rollers, it becomes pretty effortless to ride your bike in this way. It feels very much like I'm out on the road riding a bicycle out on the street. And I think you can see that just by looking at the way the bicycle is handling right now on the rollers. Like, this is a very natural way that I would be riding my bike anywhere in the world. I'm balancing as I go. I'm turning left and right. My bicycle is shifting forward and backwards. You can see that little forward and backward shift that the rockers allow me to go forward and backwards as I'm riding, as well as left to right. So this is what makes riding these set of rollers so much fun, and this is why I recommend these rollers over so many of the other stationary rollers that are out there, especially if your goal is to have fun and enjoy yourself while you're actually cycling indoors. There are better rollers. Maybe if you're doing Swift or one of the competitive indoor cycling things, maybe there are better rollers for that. But if your aim is to actually simulate the bike riding experience in the best way possible, these are, I believe, the best bicycle rollers out there. Once you've mastered riding the rollers in a narrow doorway, you can then take the rollers and move them to a place like this where you have a wall on one side, so that I'm only supported now by this one wall. And so I'm going to set my trainer up here, my rollers here. I'm going to grab my bike. So now I've only got the wall on one side of my bicycle to help me get up on the bike. So I'm going to get up on this just in the same way that I would get up when I was in the doorway. So I've put the left pedal down. I'm putting my right leg over the bike. I'm going to use this wall to support myself. I'm putting my left foot on the left pedal, which is already in the down position. Then I'm raising my body up onto the bicycle, putting my right foot on the right pedal, and then away I go. And again, I'm just holding onto the wall for extra support. But this time, I have nothing over here to catch me should I fall to the right-hand side. But at least I have the left wall to grab onto if I need it. So once I feel comfortable, I can let go of the wall and ride normally as I would. If I need to, the wall is there for support, and I can lean into it to help me either balance or to get off of the bicycle once I'm done riding. But again, there's nothing over here to this side should I fall in that direction. Once you've got a handle of riding on the rollers, both with the support of a wall and on your own, just balancing, you might get a little bored just riding in a straight line, and if that's the case, you may turn to your phone or your TV for entertainment. I like to ride my rollers indoors while listening to podcasts or watching a movie. So I have a smartphone with the Quad Lock Smart Case on it. This is a case that allows me to lock my phone to the handlebars or the stem of my handlebars on my bicycle so that I have easy access to my phone while I'm riding my bike. And I use this both indoors and outdoors. It's just a special case that goes around my smartphone. I have an Android Samsung Galaxy smartphone, but this could work with the iPhone or whatever kind of phone you have as well. So this is a special case, and it locks onto the handlebars of my bike in a very firm position, and then I can access my smartphone while I'm riding my bike. And so I choose to listen to podcasts while I ride. You could listen to music, you could watch a movie, but I always have some kind of entertainment usually when I'm riding my indoor rollers. So by now, I think you can see that I really like these indoor bicycle rollers. They're a joy to ride. They're easy to use after a little bit of getting used to. And they simulate the bike riding experience better than any indoor bicycle trainer I have ever used. But one of the things I like about these rollers in particular over other bicycle trainers is the fact that when I'm done riding my bike indoors, I can simply get off the bike, as I will do now. I take my bicycle off of the rollers, and with no modifications whatsoever, my bike is now ready to ride out on the streets. And this is something that you simply can't do with so many other bicycle trainers out there. Many stationary indoor bike trainers require you to basically semi-permanently attach your rear wheel to the trainer. And that means that you basically have to have two bicycles. One bicycle that is attached to your trainer indoors all the time, and another bicycle that you use to ride outdoors. Or if you want to use the same bicycle, you basically have to spend 15 minutes or so attaching and reattaching your rear wheel to the bicycle trainer whenever you want to use the indoor trainer or go out for a bike ride on the streets. But with these indoor bicycle rollers, you simply take your bike off of the rollers and the bike is now ready to ride with no modifications whatsoever. Then, when you're done riding your rollers, you don't necessarily have to have a permanent place in your home to set these things up. Once you're done, you can simply pick this whole device up. It does fold up, although I rarely fold it myself. And I usually store this under my bed, but you could simply store it in a closet if you wanted to. All right, so those are the Tacx Galaxia Indoor Bicycle Rollers. They cost about $270 at retail, but if you're lucky, you can find a used pair online and pick them up for far less than that. That's what I did. I paid about $175. I got them on Amazon.com, and I used a couple gift cards, Amazon gift cards that I had been given for my birthday or Christmas or something, and I was able to pay only about $100 for those indoor rollers that you saw inside this video. So if you are one of those people that is trapped inside your home right now, or maybe you live in a part of the world where riding your bicycle at night or in the big city or in cold weather is simply not something that you want to do, then a set of indoor bicycle rollers like this can hugely benefit you. Like I've said several times throughout this video, these indoor bicycle rollers are not easy to get started on. They are probably one of the most difficult indoor bicycle rollers to ride and self-balance on. But once you get the hang of it, these rollers create the most realistic and the most enjoyable indoor ride that I have ever experienced. So I highly, highly recommend the Tacx Galaxia Indoor Rollers. If you want to learn more about the Tacx Tacx Galaxia Indoor Rollers. Be sure to hit the link in the video description down below. I've linked to where you can buy these rollers and have them delivered to your home so that you don't have to go out and get them. Just check the link in the video description down below. If you have any questions about these rollers or any other indoor bicycle trainers, leave a comment. If you're new to the Bicycle Touring Pro YouTube channel and you like this video, make sure you subscribe. I post new videos at least once a week, sometimes even more than that. And if you would, please hit the like button on this video. Just smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm Darren Alf from BicycleTouringPro.com. Hit the link in the video description to buy these indoor bicycle trainers for yourself. And because we're all trapped inside right now, I mean this more than I've ever meant it ever before. Thank you so much for watching, and I honestly do hope to see you out on the road sometime soon. All right, guys, bye. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye. Have fun riding your bike indoors. Okay, see ya. Bye.